Howdy, folks, and welcome to Bagel Dog DIY. I am your host, Ben. Today I'm coming to you from the basement where we're going to be taking a look at the furnace. Now, when we first purchased our house back in the summer, one of the things that came up on the home inspector's report is this lovely exercise band that was holding up. This is the exhaust vent for condensation for our furnace. And yeah, you take one look at that, and it doesn't look like an exercise band should be holding that up. There's a nice piece of metal bar there, metal angle iron, and a nice piece of strapping. So, I did the right thing. This is actually one of the first videos I recorded. I got rid of this exercise band, and I strapped this pipe back up into the strap and just put the screw back in. Easy peasy. Mind you, it is summertime in this video, so fast forward to not summertime. I'm out in Arizona picking up the rest of our stuff and getting ready for a cross-country drive in a moving truck, and my lovely fiance calls me and says the furnace isn't turning on. And I knew I checked it before I left. I cycled it 4 or 5 times, and, we'll try it again, maybe is the thermostat battery dead? We run through all the normal things. And no, it's not turning on. Every once in a while it'll turn on, but no, it's not turning on. Luckily, it wasn't super, super cold out. It wasn't like we were going to lose any pipes to freezing. So she was able to put some extra blankets on the bed and sort of limp through it for a couple of days until I got back. And my dad and I show up. The weather is actually warmer. We didn't really need the furnace, but we go down there and troubleshoot everything. And if you've never worked on a furnace before, they're fairly straightforward. This one, they usually have a light on them, and it'll flash and throw a code. But beyond that, they're pretty visual. You can usually take the cover off and turn your thermostat up and just watch and see what's happening. Does the pilot come on, or does the igniter glow, depending on how old your furnace is? It's going to run through a bunch of steps, and it's either going to light or it's not. And you can usually pinpoint where it's, which step it doesn't get to. And then that's usually your problem. So if you've never worked on one, don't be intimidated. Find a YouTube video, find your furnace, take out your user's manual. But they're usually pretty straightforward. So I have it all pulled apart, the furnace open, and I can trick it. I can jump the pressure switch with a wire and get it to kick on, but it just won't consistently come on. And so, but like I said, the weather got warm again. Wasn't super worried about it, put it on the list of mile long of things to do, right? And my dad's here for a few more days. We're sitting on the back patio one night, and we hear this like glugging sound, like water in a tube, like glug 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 glug. And that's weird. All the vents are out there by the back porch, but nothing that would make a glugging sound. And don't really think too much of it. We're sitting around the fire talking, and my dad leaves the next weekend, and it gets cold again. And I'm lying in bed like a week later, and I wake up in the morning, and the glugging sound. It's that pipe in the basement. So when I raise this pipe back up, it kept the angle that it's supposed to have. It's supposed to slope back towards the furnace, believe it or not. But it also put water would sit in that elbow over to the left of the pipe there. So about 4 gallons of water was sitting in the pipe. And the furnace, obviously, with just its little motor, can't push air past 4 gallons of water sitting in a pipe. So I went down to the basement and I took that strapping off. And sure enough, when I dropped that corner down, 4 gallons of water rushed back into the furnace. And the kind of weird design for this furnace, I've never seen it. Apparently it's pretty common. That's what I'm showing you here. These 2 black bands, one with the yellow caps on them, and the black tubes coming off them. Those are actually one-way check valves. So this furnace is actually designed for the condensation to flow backwards down this tube into it. And then it just goes out a condensate drain and goes out into the floor and into the sump pump and gets pumped out of my basement. Strange design. I don't know why you would ever direct water back towards a piece of equipment, especially a piece of equipment that gets hot. You're just asking for rust. But I didn't design the thing. So yeah, that's all it was. The home inspector thought the exercise band was weird. The exercise band was weird and totally not how you should fix it. The duct tape is also not how you should fix it. But I'm going to be moving this furnace when I finish the basement. We're going to have a mechanical closet down here. So I'm going to move the furnace and the pressure tank and the hot water heater all to be next to each other. For now, it's been running all winter, no issues, just that lovely black duct tape down there. And, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But a funny thing, sometimes things aren't as easy as they seem. Sometimes you troubleshoot your way through an entire problem, and you don't find a solution. And you got to be sitting on your back porch and hear a sound, or wake up in the middle of the night. You can troubleshoot everything, and it could still not work. Anyway, hope you're having a great week. Cheers.